It's really a strong influence because during my military career, I wasn't politically active. And it was also not part of my mindset to become a member of parliament. I was very much focused on an international career in the armed forces. So I served with Western European Union, with European Union, and with NATO. And with NATO and European Union, I was also abroad in the Balkans and in Afghanistan. So when I became elected to the parliament, it was a great honor for me to become a member of the Committee of Foreign Affairs. And so I could bring in my expertise from the Balkans, from Afghanistan, but also for the long-lasting friendship with the United States based on mutual trust and understanding, on burden sharing, and hopefully in the future also burden shifting, but being still fair in the transatlantic community built on trust and mutual understanding and security. And in the parliament, I could bring in my knowledge. The only thing I missed was comradeship. Friendship is different from comradeship. Comradeship, you live because you accept everybody as he is, and you try to accomplish common goals. And in politics, you look for majorities and who is for you and who is against you and with whom can you cooperate. So you have the enemies in within, but in the armed forces, you are protecting your country against enemies in inverted commas in the politics, but it's different. Also the knowledge and my connectivity to Brussels, for example, I could bring in the parliament. I believe the GCMC is of utmost importance to shape cohesion and mutual understanding. And what I like here, my first visit was in the late 90s. What I like here is the multifoldity, and on the other side, to share with countries, with officers, fellow officers from countries far abroad, far away from NATO, far away from European Union, our understanding of security and cooperation, our value-based approach based on the rule-based international order, but also to make clear that war is more than classic warfighting. It's always combined with hybrid warfare, disinformation in the cyberspace as well with cyber attacks. So the question of modern warfare is also shared here, or is tried to be answered here. So I like this very innovative approach encompassing others. And it's not only to share European and American understanding, transatlantic understanding of peace, freedom, and self-determination and deterrence. It's also the atmosphere you are creating here. That people from abroad who never would meet normally, perhaps as tourists, but never would meet in such an atmosphere, can share their thoughts, can listen to others, can learn from different strategic approaches, from stories of life. And I believe this is fostering a kind of international community which is influencing also the civil society. When people from the military side come and say, well, I've spoken to people from Mongolia or from Malawi, and I like their approach to life. And they see their completely different approach to life, community-based, family-oriented, looking for long generations, for sustainability. Then we can learn from them, but also people from Asia, from Europe, from Africa, from the Near Middle East. They share different lifestyles. And so we learn much about cultural awareness. One is, where do we belong to? Is it a rule-based order, or is it a multipolar world where the right of might is prevailing? So what is the threat of our peace? and what is peace. Peace in the sense of freedom and self-determination and mutual respect, I believe that's freedom. And peace. And on the other side, to know how to cope with threats, to assess a difficult situation from different angles. And this is, I believe, the key added value of the GCMC, that you can assess difficult situation on different angles with different perspectives from different cultures, but all enshrined in peace, freedom, and self-understanding based on a rule-based, value-oriented order. I see this as the main advantage of this institution here. At that time, 1985, Germany was divided and the United States were the role model. It was a dream in my life to spend time of my life in the United States to learn from there. The United States was much more modern than Germany and had a reputation second to none.